Tonight on WTOP-10 Nightly News, head men's hockey coach Ed Gosick announces his retirement.
And hear from players on the team.
Plus, highlights from Gosick's time as a Laker.
WTOP-10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Michelle Smith.
And I'm Logan Russo.
After more than 20 years behind the bench, Ed Gosick is stepping away as head coach of the SUNY Oswego men's ice hockey team, closing out one of the most successful eras in program history. Gosick, an Oswego alumni, helped build the Lakers into a national powerhouse at the NCAA Division III level. His tenure was highlighted by his program's first national championship in 2007, along with multiple conference titles and NCAA tournament appearances. In a statement, Gosick called his time leading the program the honor of a lifetime.
Coach Gosick thanked players, staff, alumni, and the campus community for their support over the years. But beyond the wins, Gosick's impact extended off the ice. His teams consistently succeeded in the classroom and stayed active in the Oswego community, emphasizing leadership, accountability, and character. Athletics officials say the influence helped shape the identity of Oswego hockey and will continue to be felt for years to come. Gosick leaves behind not just a winning program, but a lasting legacy rooted in tradition, excellence, and pride in Oswego.
With more on Ed Gosick's retirement, here's WTOP-10 Sports' Luke Belanger.
Gosick has led the Lakers for 22 years as head coach. During his time in the position, he led the team to an NCAA title and 10 SUNYAC championships, the most recent coming last year. Team accolades also include 7 Frozen Four appearances, 11 NCAA championship appearances, and 20 SUNYAC championship appearances. Gosick has cemented himself as a legend in Division III hockey for his development first approach to coaching. Because he returned to Oswego to coach, Ed Gosick played for the Lakers, winning the SUNYAC championship in 1981. Plans to recognize and honor Coach Gosick and his legacy in Oswego community are to be announced as next season approaches. Logan and Michelle, back to you guys.
Thanks, Luke. The SUNY Oswego Budget Advisory Group met this morning to discuss plans for upcoming school years. The strategic budget plan is largely built around Vision 4040, President Nwosu's plan to double degrees earned by 2040. Key points of the fiscal stability plan presented today include enrollment growth, conditional state support, and strategic hiring across the university. More information on the budget plan and Vision 4040 can be found at transform.oswego.edu.
Some of the businesses that were on the bus driven by some of the students, that were on the bus driven by an allegedly intoxicated Oswego bus driver are speaking out. 16-year-old Patrick Johnson said that he saw his bus driver, 39-year-old Bradley Wygant, falling asleep while driving and swerving in and out of his lane. Johnson says he recorded the driver's condition and alerted his stepmother, who then alerted authorities. Wygant is currently charged with felony aggravated DWI, 30 counts of reckless endangerment, and 14 counts of endangering the welfare of a child.
Rice Creek has officially opened their first accessible wilderness trail. The new Purple Accessible Trail was designed to promote inclusive access to nature. The 0.6-mile trail features gentle slopes and flat surfaces made of packed stone dust and boardwalk to accommodate individuals with disabilities. The Purple Trail was built with wheelchair, walker, and stroller users in mind, but ultimately provides an enhanced experience for all guests at Rice Creek.
Day 2 of the Pop-Up Oz Thrift Sale took place at Moreno Campus Center today. Led by the Office of Sustainability, the sale wraps up the office's Earth Month festivities. Alongside the Pop-Up Oz Thrift, they also held DIY powder laundry detergent making. The sale did not take place in the old Little Page Dining Hall on West Campus like the previous thrift sale had in February.
A retirement celebration was hosted today for Dr. Sandy Barganier. Dr. Barganier has been a professor in the Department of Health Promotion and Wellness for 17 years. During her time at SUNY Oswego, Barganier has made a meaningful impact through her teaching and dedication to her department and the campus as a whole. Dr. Barganier's service to the Oswego campus community was celebrated by colleagues and students, providing her a proper send-off.
I gotta say, Michelle, I spent most of my day in Watertown, but it seems like I missed some pretty good weather here in Oswego.
Well, Logan, we have Chris Convis coming to us from a piece of Oswego history to tell us about our current conditions that you've been missing.
Thanks, guys. I'm standing next to the historic Fort Ontario, and just, wow, what a beautiful day it turned out to be today. I was totally not expecting this as I was walking to my classes this morning, as it was more of an overcast sky and a fall feeling in the air. Now, when you're going out, you're definitely going to need your shades on your way out of the door. Current conditions, it's currently still chilly with a 43 degrees, with our clouds to the east of us, but full sun to the west of us. Winds at 9 miles per hour, which is pushing those clouds away out of our region. And with this beautiful sunset we're having, I think I'm gonna set into the fort and watch the sunset with some of the soldiers. I'll send it to you guys back in the studio.
Thanks, Chris.
Ford, a name as old as the invention of the car itself. Lately, the company has been making big waves. Our Dominic Ciccarelli reports on some of the new technology patents Ford has been applying for and how that's making consumers feel.
Whether you drive a car, a truck, or an SUV, vehicles are a huge part of how we get around central New York. What kind of car do you drive, Nick?
I drive a 2018 Honda Civic.
2018 Honda Civic?
2024 Ford Maverick. I waited a couple years for.
People love their cars, but like with any industry, sometimes technological advancements can cause some growing pains. Ford Motor Company has applied for patents that have caused quite the stir. Technology for face tracking, biometric data gathering, and even targeted ads based on your conversations. John Metzler, automotive expert and host of the Car Care Clinic radio show on iHeartRadio, weighs in.
Again, Ford is trying to protect their engineering, their intellectual property. They're trying to protect that with a patent. But of course, as soon as the consumer finds out about it and they understand how that software works, they realize just how overreaching it is and how dangerous it could be.
And when asked about certain technology, these consumers certainly had something to say. Driver, how do you feel about that?
I didn't know they were doing ads. That's terrible. I mean, if you ever needed a reason to not buy a Ford, I mean, there you go.
See, like a strain on human dignity.
But according to Ford dealerships, the basis for that tech isn't even in the cars yet, and most of the new tech in cars is for driver safety.
It'll be nice, it'll create the roads safer, or create safer roads.
And that's the goal.
Not as much to worry about, yeah. You don't have to worry about some drunk idiot flying down the highway. And
that's the eye sensor?
Yep. Yeah. So, I mean,
we'll tell you to keep your eyes on the road.
I think all manufacturers do that. I mean, it's not just Ford, but Ford as of late has definitely been in the hot seat for a lot of their software that they're trying to get patented in their tech.
Dominic Ciccarelli for WTOP-10. Keep your eyes on the road out there.
Ford makes up over 17% of all vehicles driven on U.S. roads, with no signs of it slowing down anytime soon, even with the backlash to these patents.
The Making It series continued today with Gary Zurbanowicz visiting the Moreno Campus Center. Zurbanowicz' practice involves architectural spaces that evoke a sense of physical and psychological disorientation. Zurbanowicz seeks to disorient the viewer, through fabricated odd spaces and scenarios for viewers to enter and explore. His recent work explores the coexistence of the rational and irrational and how these ontologies interact to shape our current cultural landscape.
Oswego police responded to Governor Street yesterday afternoon to assist medical services after an altercation. Police say that upon arrival, they spoke to a male about the altercation that had occurred in front of the residence. While canvassing the area for those involved, police were eventually called back to the home where a victim was found with severe lacerations to the face. Kyle Hill and Sandra Waltz, both of Oswego, were identified as the suspects. Both were taken into custody and have since been charged with multiple felonies.
Chestnut Hill Elementary and Middle Schools in Liverpool spent part of their day on lockout following reports of shots fired near the schools. State troopers on scene secured a 2-block radius around the scene of the shooting. Onondaga County Sheriff Tobias Shelley says that a suspect is in custody and being questioned. He adds that there are no other known threats to the county.
The 23rd annual Archon Pop Culture Convention starts tomorrow. Organized by the Storytellers Guild, the convention is a weekend-long event where people can gather for roleplay, video games, movie marathons, and cosplay, just to name a few. An assortment of vendors will also be in what is called Artists Alley in Morano Campus Center. Those interested in Archon can check out the events page at the SUNY Oswego events calendar at calendar.oswego.edu.
WMYO's 24-hour Radiothon fundraiser is returning next week for its 3rd year. The Radiothon will take place from 5 p.m. May 1st until 5 p.m. May 2nd, broadcasting student hosts music, talk, and news programs. The event is hosted in partnership with the Oswego County Opportunities nonprofit and University Police. Donations directly fund educational, emergency programs, as well as mental and physical health resources.
Still ahead tonight, interviews with the Oswego hockey team on the retirement of Coach Gosick.
And I'll have your full weather right after the break. Stay tuned at WTOP-10.
If it's hockey, it's on Hockey Talk.
The hockey gods will bless me again with another victory.
Join Rob Finger and his panel of guests.
Rangers are going to beat them simply because vibes.
Vibes.
You are winning this on vibes?
That's a solid argument. As they take you through the hockey world.
We welcome you with open arms.
Tune into Hockey Talk, only on WTOP.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris. That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts. It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. You got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
Welcome back to WTOP. I'm meteorologist Christopher Convitz with your full weather report. And today's song of the day we have The Ride by David Allan Coe, who sadly passed away yesterday. This tribute's for you, good sir, Fly High legend. And with this ride, The Ride, what a roller coaster ride it's been with temperatures recently. As we take a look for today's almanac, we reached a high of 45, which on normal, we're at 60 degrees almost, and tomorrow's May 1st, by the way. And we had a low of 40 as well, with the record at 28, but that was nowhere near for us today. And as we get on for these cold temperatures, we have frost advisories possibly for your region, starting tonight at midnight until 9 a.m. tomorrow. Cover your region. You shouldn't have your flowers out already, but patchy frost tomorrow morning. And as we take a look at our 6 to 10 temperature outlook, below average temperatures all across majority, northeast, midwest of the United States. And with these temperatures, you know, we still have to worry about the pollen forecast because, you know, tomorrow is May 1st, surprisingly, and mostly what you have to worry about the most is trees as weed and grass with the temperatures. They're not going to be affecting you as much, so make sure you take your allergy pill, like I should be doing also. And also, you know, why not for these last 2 weeks of college, get your grill out by the lake and stuff. You know, we got 50 degrees tomorrow, partly sunny skies, very low winds from the west, and also too for Saturday at a 49 and 50s for the rest of your weekend possibly. So be sure to enjoy this weather because tonight we're going to reach down to 39 degrees, and here at 7:30, we're going to reach possibly right around below freezing. I know it says 35, but I did see we had a 32 degrees around 7 a.m. this morning. And as the day progresses for your Friday, we're going to have some patchy showers possibly for your region, reaching up to a high of 48 possibly. Showers out of the region if you plan to go out tomorrow night, 42 degrees. Into your Saturday, broken clouds, sunshine returns again for your Saturday.
continuing on into the low 40s. So for tonight, mostly clear, 38 degrees, westward winds from 5 to 10 miles per hour. And as we take a look for your 7-day forecast, beautiful weekend, like I said. Temperatures at night, though, sitting high in the 30s. But as we start your next final week of classes for school, rain returns for your first week of May. I guess you could say April showers bring May flowers, but they're going to come right early for May, bringing temperatures ranging around the 60s and the high 40s. That's it for my full forecast. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks again, Christopher. Following the announcement of Ed Gosick's retirement, representatives for WTOP-10 spoke with Lakers defenseman and Male Athlete of the Year, Travis Baker. Baker, who is going into his fourth and final year with the program, has spoken highly of Coach Gosick in the past. With the big news breaking today, Baker spoke on Coach Gosick's impact on the players he coaches.
He taught me that you have an advantage over 95% of the people that are trying to get the same job as you just because you work hard. And I'd say that's probably the number one thing he's taught me is how you got to work hard. If you want to get places, you got to work hard.
It's not just current players reacting to Coach Gosick's retirement. Daniel Calabufo, a former player, alternate captain, and a current Oswego men's hockey assistant coach, says that emotions were running high when Gosick announced his retirement, especially with the impact that Gosick has had on Calabufo throughout the years.
It was kind of emotional, all those emotions came flooding back, just the impact that he's had on myself as a player playing for him, and then this past year in the office coaching alongside him. But more than that, just the impact that he's had on my life in general and the life lessons that he's taught me.
As the news of Ed Gosick's retirement reverberates around campus and the Oswego community, maybe the most important person to hear from today is the man himself. With more than 2 decades spent with the program, dedicating weekends and summers to his team, making sacrifices along the way, Coach Gosick is focused on what comes next.
On the road, an awful lot of the time, and being away, and different camps all summer long. At the time, my wife, she was a single parent, and so now I have that opportunity. You never make up for that time, but I'm going to take the time now to enjoy my grandchildren and my own children.
Still ahead tonight, I'll be with you for your full sports coverage after these messages. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the WTOP-10 Nightly News.
We had someone who could tell us what we should and shouldn't watch.
Well, do we have a show for you?
Who are you?
What are you doing in my bed? On Be Kind and Rewind, we will go through and review all your favorite movie franchises.
And tell you which ones you should and shouldn't watch from the perspective of normal movie fans. Well, be sure to check out Be Kind and Rewind on WTOP-10. Go home, that's 3 hours from now!
Maybe that's the best thing you can do.
But after he gets possessed,
his show becomes a smash hit.
Now he's got the greenest show on WTOP-10.
A lot of green going on tonight.
We'll be holding on forever.
Don't miss the limited run of
those great people being...
If you like action, romance,
Polly sister, if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
what surface is this?
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
There's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
to WTOP 10 here with your full sports report for tonight. I'm Luke Belanger. Continuing with our extensive Ed Gosick coverage, let's take a deeper look into Ed Gosick's 2007 national title. To say the very least, 2007 was a special season for the Lakers. The regular season went extremely well as Oswego went 22-3. In the Sudiac Championship, the Lakers actually lost. Fredonia took them down in Oswego 3-2 in overtime. Even with the loss, the Lakers still got a bid to the tournament. With all this adversity, they won the first two games against Norwich and St. Norbert. What stood in their way next was a three-time defending national champions, Middlebury. After an amazing game, the Lakers ended up beating Middlebury in overtime thanks to a Garen Rice-Weber breakaway goal. This championship run really shows what Ed Gosick is all about, battling through tough times and just straight winning. Losing the Sudiac Championship and then going on to win the Natty is Ed Gosick's biggest accomplishment and a story for the ages. With the semester ending soon, the women's lacrosse team took the field in the Sudiac semifinals. Jenna Van Tom has more on the game.
Yesterday, the Oswego Lakers faced off against the Oneonta Red Dragons in the Sudiac semifinals. The game opened up with senior Alexis Hill scoring an unassisted goal to get the Lakers on the board early in the game. Building on top of that, Aubrey Green throws a quick shot to give the Lakers their third point of the game. The Lakers would end the first quarter up 6-0. Abigail Dix opens up the second with an unassisted goal, giving the Lakers their seventh goal of the game. Oneonta's Lindsay Towns gets the Red Dragons on the board with 7:18 left in the first half. And after opening up the second, she's going to close it out. Abigail Dix nets one in to put Oswego up 11-1 going into halftime. The Red Dragons would take possession of this third quarter, with Ava Fitzsimmons scoring the only two goals of the period to keep the Red Dragons alive in this semifinal game, making the score 11-3 Oswego going into the final 15 minutes. The fourth quarter would see goals from both teams, with Alexis Hill scoring her fifth and sixth goal of the game. While the Red Dragons showed some strong fight within them, their fire would be put out by the Lakers' outstanding play, sending Oswego to the Sudiac Finals to face off against the Cortland Red Dragons on Saturday at 1 p.m. With WTOP-10, I'm Jenna Van Tom.
With both teams standing at a 13-4 record, Saturday's Sudiac Final is sure to be an exciting one. Syracuse basketball continues to add their roster for this upcoming season with the addition of four-star recruit Ryan Mesh. More on this, here's Eddie McAlpine. The 141st best player in the nation.
Kind of playing in front of everyone, in front of Syracuse. I grew up being a Syracuse fan. It's everyone's kind of dream. So it's definitely a dream I have. So I'm really excited.
Ryan sees the court different. He's always two steps ahead of everyone else, not even one. And he can get his whenever he wants, but he's looking to get other people involved. He just gets the basket whenever he wants. He can shoot, he can pass, he can dribble. He controls the tempo unbelievably well. And
in his final season at Chittenango, Mesh averaged 37 points per game, leading the entire state of New York. The Orange add another key piece under new head coach Jerry McNamara. Oswego Athletics is in that time of the year. Every team is fighting for a chance to hoist a Sudiac trophy high. For the Lakers track and field team, that goal is the same. The Lakers have a lot of people competing to be at the top of the Sudiac. Some people to watch out for. Hannah Reichert, she set multiple school records this year, and she is competing for the 1500 and the 4x400. Kyra Pellegrino, the transfer from Marist University, just was awarded Junior Female Athlete of the Year, and she looks to be the best in the 10K. On the men's side, Tommy Manhunick is the player to watch. The senior from Homer, New York, looks to win the 4x400 and the 4x100. Lots to look out for this weekend in the Sudiac Track and Field Championships in Cortland, New York. The NHL playoffs are ramping up as a whole, but especially for the Buffalo Sabres. On Tuesday, the Sabres lost in a heartbreaker courtesy of an overtime goal by Boston's David Pastrnak. Although the tough loss, the Sabres are still up 3-2 in the series and have a chance to close it out on the road tomorrow night. With the Sabres win, they look forward to the winner of another close series between the Lightning and the Canadiens. Currently, Montreal leads the series 3-2, but for the Sabres, it's about sending the Bruins home first tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And finally, welcome to Belanger's Breakdown. In this segment, we're going to dive deep into one of the top plays that happened this week. We're going to head to New York in Game 5 of Knicks and Hawks. Let's set up the play a bit. We're first quarter, Knicks leading. Here's Karl Anthony Towns. He's going to drive to the hoop. Tough and one, going to spin off the defender. And look, here he goes. He is furious. Look at him at Jonathan Kuminga screaming in his face. Definitely a lot of emotion there. And now look, Kuminga, next play, come off this. Oh my gosh, look at Jonathan Kuminga. We're going to slow that one down a little bit. He's going to go up high over Mitchell Robinson. Oh my goodness, what an alley-oop. One of the alley-oops for the ages right there. Knicks currently playing right now. They are steamrolling the Hawks in Atlanta. Right now, currently 123-70. They set a first half record. 48 points they were up at halftime. The previous record, 41. Unbelievable game there. You've never seen anything like that. 48 points at halftime is just completely unheard of. The Knicks are going to advance, going to face the winner of the Celtics and the 76ers. They're playing right now. It's about halftime there. Going to be a great series. That next one, whatever happens, either Celtics or Philadelphia. First time since 2014 that 6 teams in the playoffs have been at a 3-2 series. So game 6, 6 different series. It's been unbelievable. You have the Pistons trying to stay alive as the 1 seed. 8 seeds have advanced when leading 3-1 over the 1 seed 80% of the time. The Rockets are looking to complete a reverse sweep after falling down 3-0. The Celtics have looked so up and down, had one of the worst halves of the year last game. Can they turn it around? So many storylines in this year's NBA playoffs. Is going to be a good finish. Talking about a good finish, we're going to have a good finish for you here after these messages. You're watching the Nightly News on WTOP-10.
$50. You better watch out. He's got to swat you like a bug. You stole?
Meet this week's Pet of the Week, Axel Marie.
Axel is an 8-year-old German Shepherd who likes to go on rides and swim.
He also likes to play ball and frisbee.
I gotta say, guys, that is one cute dog, if I do say so myself.
Sure is, Logan Russo.
Yes. Well, that's our report for tonight.
Be sure to stay tuned for Late Night with LeBones and Laker Connections.
Thank you for watching.
Have a great night, everyone.